Islam Makhachev is one of the most skilled fighters of all time, and he's one of my favorite fighters because he's so entertaining and can mix things up so well, and I'm really interested to see where he goes with his career. But what's next for him, right? Because he's kind of cleared out lightweight, right? I mean, of course, we have Arman, but they were supposed to fight two times now, right? And Arman put out both times. And I kind of understand Dana White. Dana White's saying, yeah, Arman's not getting the next title shot. And I kind of get that, man. You were supposed to fight him twice, and both times you pulled out. Islam's not just going to sit here and wait for you, right? I wish that fight would happen because I think Arman is Islam's biggest test at lightweight. But besides for that, unless that fight is next, then what? Are we going to get an Oliveira rematch? Do we really need to see that? It's not like the first fight was competitive. And are you saying that Oliveira beating Michael Chandler deserves him a title shot? I mean, we love Oliveira, right? But I don't think this is necessary. Justin Gaethje, do we really need to see that? Do we really? Justin Gaethje would be like a plus 1200 underdog, right? And I love Gaethje. But the second he gets to the ground, he's toast. Completely done. He beat Poirier, Max Holloway. Now, this would be interesting, but Holloway does need to get a win first. And I think that they're going to do Holloway versus Oliveira. And then they might give the winner a title shot. And I wouldn't hate that. I would not hate that. Dan Hooker, if he beats Gaethje, um, but Islam already did beat Hooker. So then again, it's like, do we really need this? Michael Chandler, let's be real, that fight's not happening. And then anything below that, I just don't think they're going to justify that. I don't think they're going to justify a Gamrot fight when he just lost to split decision Dan Hooker. But the only two guys I would like to see Islam fight at lightweight is Arman and Topuria. Besides for that, I think he's pretty done. I think he's done with the division. But what's next for him, right? Because we want to see him go up and achieve double champ status, but he's too friendly with welterweight champion Bilal Muhammad, and it's pretty funny that Bilal Muhammad is ruining Islam's chances at double champ status. But Islam's like, you know what? I don't care. I want to go up to middleweight and fight DDP, Dricus du Plessis. I'll say that again. Islam, a lightweight, wants to jump two divisions and go to middleweight. I love Islam, man. Islam will outskill DDP in every facet. Every facet outskills him. But DDP is just so much bigger, man. He's so much stronger. And it's really hard to say that Islam is going to even stand a chance. I'm not saying that the fight's not going to be competitive. It could be. But DDP, I mean, we've heard from Islam's corner that the most he's ever weighed is like 183. Even if he does bulk up, which it's hard bulking up and actually having like lean athletic muscle and not making you slow and tired out is hard. But let's say that Islam gets up to like 190. Let's just say theoretically, maybe he cuts down, and refuels, rehydrates. It's going to be like 188 in the cage. While DDP on the other hand, he might be like 210, 215 in the cage. That is a significant difference. Even if Islam is the much more skilled fighter, he's not going to beat DDP, guys. I don't see a way that's going to happen. And I don't think this fight should happen for Islam's career. Now, I'm kind of interested, right? Part of me wants to see it. It's like the highest skill guy against the dude who looks like he's never thrown a punch before. I make fun of DDP. Everyone does, but he's really good. He's just unorthodox. But I want to see it, but I don't think it's a good idea for it to happen. I want to see it because it's just so intriguing. It's so interesting. Like, what could possibly happen? But in all likeliness, DDP is just going to be too big in there. Like, even if Islam hits him with some good shots, DDP is going to walk through them. And DDP is probably going to wobble Islam way easier, going to hit him way harder. But the question is, can Islam have success taking DDP down? And he might be able to. He might be able to. But can he submit him or get any ground and pound going? I don't know, man. It's kind of hard for me to buy that, right? because we've seen DDP taken down before. But I'll say one advantage Islam has: no weight cut. You're going to be feeling amazing in that octagon. You're going to feel refreshed. You're going to feel like a recovered day of training. It's going to feel amazing and comfortable to him. Well, DDP is going to have that normal, when you're in a fight after weight cutting, you're not going to feel normal in there. Islam will. But I just don't think that's going to be enough. Even if Islam gets some takedowns, I it's hard for me to believe that he's going to be able to submit DDP. He's just so much bigger and stronger. Like, DDP might actually just be able to stand up like Derek Lewis does. So, I don't think that middleweight is the move for Makhachev, and I understand that it might be hard for him to make lightweight. But here's what you gotta do, man. Look, this is the fight business, not, the friendly unicorn town. You just gotta tell Bilal Muhammad, hey man, we're friends. I respect you, we're the same religion, but we're in the same sport and we fight each other. That's what we do. I think we're gonna have to duke it out. We can hug afterwards, but we have to duke it out a little bit. Or Bilal Muhammad can move up to middleweight. Give him those two options and just fight him anyways. Because at this point, I respect the guys who are like friends in the UFC and friends in all the fighting and all the chaos. But it's not like we're making Nate Diaz and Nick Diaz fight each other. It's like, come on, guys, this is the sport of fighting. You guys can't just like all be friendly. It's fighting, guys. Come on. And it doesn't make sense to go up two divisions. And some people say that Islam beats Pereira. All right, bro, calm down, bro. Islam beats Pereira, really? Come on, man. But I'm super intrigued to see where Islam goes in his career. Because really, at lightweight, Dana said it's not going to be Arman. If it's not Arman, are we really going to do Gaethje? If Gaethje wins against Hooker, is that really the fight we're going to see? Because I don't even want to skip. We already know what's going to happen. We can just skip over that fight, please. At this point in Gaethje's career, he should have fun fights. Not fights where he's just going to get submitted in the first round. Okay, come on. If Hooker wins, are they going to give Hooker a title shot? They might. But Islam has beat Hooker before. And I just don't know if Hooker has that momentum to earn a shot after already being beat. He doesn't have that Arman momentum. Unless he beats Justin Gaethje like amazingly or something. Poirier. I don't know what's next for Poirier, but he just lost. I saw rumors, very, very loose rumors, nothing solid at all, that Poirier might be fighting Paddy Pimblett. And if so, I think that's a very, very winnable matchup for him. So I'd like to see that. I think, and I said it before, they're going to do Holloway versus Oliveira most likely, or Holloway versus Arman. I want to see that, honestly. That would be so interesting. Nobody's talking about that fight. Could you think about Holloway versus Arman? That would be a true test for both guys, in my opinion. I think it's a good fight, and I think you can give the winner a title shot. If you're not just going to give it to Arman immediately, like they probably should. This is just assuming Arman doesn't get the next shot. So, yeah, Dan Hooker, yeah, Michael Chan. But after that, there's nobody. So, Islam's next fight is going to feel like unless it's Arman, it's going to feel like a little bit like, do we really need this fight? Unless he's actually moving weight classes. Because an Oliveira rematch, we love Oliveira, but we know what's going to happen, right? The same thing, right? I think Islam is just too good at this point, and I really don't see a point unless Topuria. I think Topuria versus Makhachev needs to happen. I get it that Topuria should be defending his title more than one time at featherweight, but he's such a big star, and there would be such a big fight. I just want to see it happen. And he can still, if he loses, he can still go back down and then fight Lopez and Evloev. But I want to see Topuria versus Makhachev. At this point, Makhachev has no one else to fight. Topuria is coming off of the two best wins, the two back-to-back best wins of all time, in my opinion, knocking out Volk and then Holloway. Insane. So I think I think Ilya is more deserving than all of these guys, number 2 and down. I think Arman deserves it more, of course. But Dana said they're not going to do that. And I don't even hate that. I don't even hate Dana not doing that. A lot of people are coming out and saying, bro, Arman's the number one contender, bro. You have to give him a shot. It's like, yeah, but he pulled out twice now. And Islam can't just like wait around for Arman, right? He's not just gonna wait for you. So I wouldn't hate it. I want them to give him another title shot, but I can understand if they don't. Um, but yeah, will Islam go to middleweight? I hope not, because I think that's gonna be the end of Islam, man. Especially if DDP loses to Hamzat. Hamzat versus Makhachev. Oh man, dude, that would be something. I haven't even thought about that sort of matchup because Hamzat, I mean, he just ragdolls everybody. Islam's gonna weigh a lot less, but I mean, Hamzat doesn't even weigh that much. Hamzat weighs like 205. I'm pretty sure. That would be an interesting fight, man. That if Islam can survive the first round, that would get interesting because Hamzat post round one isn't the greatest. I've said it before, and I've said it, and I'm gonna say it right now. I think the Hamzat hype is gonna die out real quick if he fights TDP, real quick. But I could be completely wrong. You know, he's gonna be a huge favorite going into that fight. So yeah, but what's next for Islam? I don't know what they're gonna do, man. I don't know. It should be Arman or Topuria. Anybody else wouldn't really make any sense. I do hope that Bilal loses to Shavkat though, so we can see Makhachev versus Shavkat. That would be a fight. That would be a fight that I want to see, and that makes sense and a competitive fight. Anything else, or I mean, going to middleweight, no. So yeah, that's about it.